In this video, Country Roads by John Denver, we're going to simplify it so we're not doing that entire finger picking technique that he does in the original. We're going to look at the basic chords, basic strumming pattern, and see how we can make the song work really well nevertheless. Okay, first of all, we're going to go through the chords. Your first G chord should look like this. I'm going to take us through the steps of how to play it as well. We start with finger 1 on the 5th string, so you're counting from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finger 1 is there in fret number 2. Middle finger number 2 goes straight to the top. Ring finger straight to the bottom. Also fingers 2 and 3 are both in the same fret, both in fret number 3, and this is your G chord. And for the G chord, we're going to strum all 6 strings. Simple as that. Your G sounding like this. If not, maybe tune your guitar. Okay, but that's your G sounding chord. Following chord, E minor. You can actually, when you change across from G to E minor, you can actually keep this first finger there. Slide him slightly back maybe, and then put your second finger in the same fret as the first finger on the 4th string from the bottom. And you'll notice as well that your ring finger number 3 is taken off. So E minor, bit of a different angle, there we go. Nice and easy, and again, all 6 strings for E minor. Now before we get to the D, let's make this G and E minor work with the basic rhythm. So I'm going back to G, just to recap first of all. First finger doesn't really have to move. You can see the shape there nice and clear. And your strumming pattern for this is down, down, up, down. And if I were to count with it, it should sound something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now you can strum with a pick like I'm playing like this as well. I'm going to use a white pick just to show up a little bit better against the darker guitar. There we go. With the pick trim, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down. Or if you're counting it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now for the G, we need to play it through twice in a row. So first and second time together would sound something like this. Try playing along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again. That's your G chord. Now for those that don't like using a pick, I'll normally strum with my first finger, but I'm going to turn the angle so you can see the movement. You can see the first finger sort of moving up and down, almost like a car's windscreen wiper. Now, please don't use your thumb. Your thumb doesn't have the same speed, so this would be a very bad technique. Because there also, your thumb can catch the string. You can catch it on the side of the finger. That sort of hurts quite a lot. So please try not to strum with the thumb. Rather strum first finger, and also make sure you don't strike the string sideways, because you will hurt the little bit of flesh between your finger and the side of your nail. So you want to do it from the top, nail down inside of the finger on the return trip. We've got that. With the finger one more time together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm going to go back to a pick because I like a pick, but remember, whichever you favor is cool. We're going to put the G and E minor together. Remember we said the change was a quite easy one. Just get a different angle. There you can see the G again, and you can see the second finger coming underneath the first finger. One more time the movement. G, and we're going to change to E minor. Notice the ring fingers lifting up. Okay. We're now going to strum those 2 chords together, slow motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again. And change. And obviously your target speed should be a little bit quicker, but the practice will give you the speed we need. Next up is D. Going to focus more on the fretting hand now to get the chord there for those that aren't familiar with it. Finger 1, 3rd string from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Always count from the bottom. Middle finger is at the bottom. Notice 1 and 2 are both in the 2nd fret. and then the ring finger comes into the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Now what's important here is with the D chord, we only strum the bottom 4 strings. So we're strumming from here. And equally important, should you accidentally strike 5 strings or 6 strings, please don't stop the rhythm. Golden rule, never stop when you're playing. Okay, try your best to keep the rhythm going. Be aware of if you make a mistake, but don't let that stop you. D is going to be twice. So we're going to go from the beginning now, zoom out a little bit there, and we're going to go G, E minor, and D. Okay, are we ready? Take it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and E minor, D, and the last 2 chords are going to be C and G, but those last 2 chords in the second line on the PDF file that you got or on your printout are only going to be played once. So it's 1 C and 1 G. Simple as that. Now let's focus on the C chord, because I know you know the rest. C starts off with finger number 1 on the 2nd string from the bottom. Middle finger to the 2nd fret, 4th string from the bottom. Ring finger to the 5th string from the bottom. We never count from the top. And this is C, and for the C chord, we strum the bottom 5 strings. So we're going to leave him out. We're strumming from here down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then you go back to G. And that's pretty much all we need to do for Country Roads for the verse. When you get to the chorus, the chords are the same. In other words, there's no new chords yet, but the sequence is going to be different. And all the chords in your chorus are played through twice. So if I were to play through the chorus twice, you'd have G, D, E minor, and C. Now, I'm assuming that maybe your finger changes aren't as quick as you'd like yet. So here's a nice little tip to do when you're practicing to help you put a bit of pressure on yourself to get the changes, but also to give yourself a little bit of a gap on the changing of the chords. Try this. You're starting on G, so you're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, D, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm doing there is between each chord, I'm doing a 2, 3, 4 count to give me a little bit of time to find the next chord, because my fingers must still get their muscle memory. They must still learn where do I go. I have to learn the new shapes. So a good way to keep the pressure on but also give yourself a bit of time is to do the 2, 3, 4 count. Once you do it well, you do a 3, 4 count, so you get this. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4, and so on. Once you're good with 3, 4 and you find your changes are good, obviously you go to simply 4 and you get this. 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. You got the idea for that. Okay, it just helps you get a bit of pressure, it helps you keep aware of the rhythm, and it forces your fingers to keep up with you, that we don't wait too long on the changes. And any questions? You got my details. Happy to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. We'll do the bridge at a later stage because that's got some nice little changes. But for starters, verse and chorus, song's going to sound great. Thank you. Have a good day.